Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Some pretty solid reads yesterday. So I usually kind of avoid recapping the day, just because I do want to remind you. And Nicole, if you could drop them the link. If you go to pre-market prep or stockstotrade.com/pre-market prep, you can drop your email. So, basically every day you get a summary. So a lot of the times, I'll get some, and this is cool. I just want to remind you guys, but I'll get DMs and people will be like, hey, what do you think about this? Can you talk about this tomorrow? And that's totally cool. I got no problem with that. But keep in mind, if you want to know, if you're wondering, hey, what did you say about AMC this morning? Or what did you say about PIRS? You get the email. I mean, it's free. It usually shows up, 11 a.m., usually before noon. So anyway, it's free. Go to stocks2trade.com/pre-market prep. You can always unsubscribe if you don't want it. But I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of people, I got a handful. I mean, it's not like I got 5,000 DMs, okay, but I got a handful of DMs saying, asking, hey, what did you say about AMC and PIRS were the two biggest ones that I got asked about. And those were both in the email. So there you go. So anyway, Alex asking about BBW at 52s. Build-A-Bear. Well, earnings winner. So Alex, and many of you probably know what I'm going to say. This is a beautiful chart. I tell you, speaking of swing trades, Ford, up 3%, Palantir, Peloton, Skills. I mean, it's such a swing trade friendly market. I mean, we've got so many beautiful charts like BBW. Now, I will say this. It's just, I don't know. I mean, listen, I used to take my kids to Build-A-Bear when they were little. I think my wife took my dog there. They actually do dog toys at Build-A-Bear as well. But it's just, I kind of, when I see something like this, it was up, from 10 to 14 yesterday. I just kind of feel like that's best case scenario when you're talking, stuffed animals. So now I could be wrong, and I always like to say this. I mean, I am by no means am I bashing Build-A-Bear. It's just the number one thesis I'm going to tell you on swing trades, and this might be the number one takeaway today. What do you need? And I bring this up a lot, so sorry, but what do you need for a multi-day runner? What do you need for a 2, 3, 4, 5-day runner, a multi-week runner? Well, you always need more buyers. What brings more buyers? In my opinion, and you can always disagree. I love arguing. Arguing is like one of my favorite hobbies. But, to me, it's technology. Okay? It's that story stocks, it's crypto, it's social media, it's electric vehicles, it's meme stocks, it's all these things that people can get excited about. To me, Build-A-Bear is not that. So that's not a bash. It's just boring. So David Lozano asked about VT, and I mean, listen, it's 2021. I mean, come back next week. Come back next week and mock me for when Build-A-Bear's at $20 a share. I'll enjoy it. I will enjoy the mocking. VTNR currently sideways. I would look for a 4 break. Probably risk down on VWAP. A little bit higher float, but this is in play. VTNR alert set at 4. Risk on VWAP. Higher float, so hardcore 945 rule. GGII, GGII is another OTC. You know what I say about OTCs, and you know what I say about OTCs when the music stops. Does anybody, I mean, this is black coffee. Does anybody have some bourbon or some whiskey that I could pour in this coffee this morning? Kuda, I hope you're trolling me. Okay? I hope. I am praying. Look at it. Anyway, all right. Duck Trade asking about SNDL, possible squeeze. Okay, and let me say this to Kuda before I move on. Kuda, if you're serious, if you're not trolling me and you're bag holding GGII, sell. Okay? If you don't sell, it's just gonna get worse. There's one thing I guarantee you, Kuda, it's gonna get worse on GGII. So you can sell today, or you can hate your life for the next 5 years as GGII goes back to 1/1000th of a penny. There's your choices. SNDL, again, it's up. It's a dip and rip, but it's a $2 billion floater. It's a piece of crap weed stock. So Duck Trade, you can trade a dip and rip. I just don't have much hope, possible dip and rip, but don't be surprised if you get stopped. If you get POS weed stock and $1 billion float, Bottoming stocks asked about TELL, Tellurian. What is this? This sounds familiar. Oil and gas. Why do I know this name? Why do I know Tellurian? I got to look at the office. All right. Nope, it's not what I was thinking. Nice office. Man, why did that ring a bell? Anyway, 10-year deal on natural gas. Kind of ahead of itself in a lot of wait. So this is a breakout over 425. Beautiful. Fire away. I would probably take this 52-week high with risk on a 4 fail. Maybe you could be even a little more aggressive and risk down on VWAP. But that's a beautiful breakout. This reminds me of PIRS. And I know I said that about what was the crappy one yesterday? We had a crappy one that didn't work. But anyway, big breakout here. TEL reminds me of PIRS. So breaks on 425, breaks on 52-week highs, risk on 4. Higher float, so maybe afternoon. Graphis is asking about Ford. The best I can tell you on Ford is, this is in my opinion the safest, well, maybe not the safest, but one of the safest swing trades out there. I talked about this. I did a 10-minute video on Ford yesterday. I like that they're leading the way on the EVs. Many of you know my disdain for General Motors because of the bankruptcies, because of destroying Detroit, because of their junk. I won't rant about my $70,000 Duramax pickups that rust out in 3 years. Okay, I will relax. I love Ford. They didn't take the money. They're leading. They didn't take the money back in 2008. They're leading the way in EVs, and again, back to GM. GM's got that Hummer coming. The thing is disgusting looking, and it's $100,000. I mean, what? Why even bother, GM? Anyway, the F-150 is like 30 grand. You know, it's like great call, Ford. Who at GM decided to come out with $100,000 hideous Hummer? Oh my God. Every MBA, every C-suite executive at GM should be fired. Every single one of them. That being said, love Ford. I always go on this stupid rant. Love this as the safest EV play out there. Oh, God. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it, Tim. MOXC. So this already squeezed in pre. I would look for that sideways action. I like the way this is currently consolidating between 24 and 22. So I would look to play that 24-22 channel. This is a big range on this stock. Already had, $15 of range. So you can't trade this thing with a 10-cent stop. You got to give it some room. So I would just look to channel trade this. Excuse me. So when I say channel trade, basically you're bullish above 24, you're bearish below 22. So this thing could be, I know I don't talk about many shorts, but this is a long, I call this like a long short type play, and trade the channels. In summary, bullish above 24, bearish above 22. You would use your stops that way. If you short below 22, you'd risk 24. If you buy above 24, you'd risk down on 22. So pretty standard channel trade. And all right, I am going to get out of here. Busy day today. MOXC channel trade. Bullish over 24. Bearish under 22. Sorry about the GM versus Ford rant. I know that took up a lot of time. But hey, I posted that, on my personal Instagram, I posted that video of Dana White yesterday. And, listen, Dana White, way more successful than me, smarter than me, funnier than me. But it is a funny video if you go to my personal Instagram. How like Dana's like determined not to get baited into a rant, and then he still gets baited into a rant. So at least Dana and I have one thing in common. We take the bait on the trolling every time. Every time. So sorry about the Ford versus GM rant. Have a great day. Again, reminder, definitely go to stocksandtrade.com/pre-market-prep. Drop your email in. That way, anything I discuss, any links I mention, any new podcasts, any books, any of that stuff, you get the email. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.